Oh, I wonder what the 2nd of July it's actually going to reveal to you, my gorgeous Cancerini, indeed. Because the 2nd of July 2020 is about to reveal a rather interesting moment in time. It is all about the actual Wheel of Fortune, but that Wheel of Fortune is going to be rather special and rather specific and rather significant indeed, because your number in numerology is number 88. Number 88, it's a very powerful number, and it's on one hand showing that you will have a rather important moment in time when it comes to your own accomplishment, when it comes to your own success, when it comes to the actual opportunity that you are going to have, which is going to be so significant, and that it's going to be something that is going to be born out of that moment, something very important and rather significant when it comes to your personal development, when it comes to things that you have been doing, things that you have been planning, but most importantly, when it comes to those things in your life that have been quite slow and that have been put or placed on some kind of hold, with things that have been going on lately, with things that have been happening lately. It did affect people in a certain way. Some people have been affected, some people haven't, but most certainly this is all going to be part of the really big picture. The 2nd of July, it's going to not only reveal an important, like a Wheel of Fortune moment, but this is all going to boil down to the actual realization, an important realization which is just going to open your eyes, and it's going to help you to learn something really special and something really powerful about yourself. But it's going to boil to one particular thing, an opportunity, an important opportunity. It's going to arise from that moment that you're going to have this Wheel of Fortune on the 2nd of July 2020, and it's going to be important because it is going to be your own road of success. So it's the realization, it's the beginning, it's a new start, it's the new road, it's the new path that you're going to have at the same time. This is all going to be really important when it comes to the ideas, when it comes to your optimism, when it comes to your energy in general. From the 1st of July, the energy is going to be rather nice, and it's going to be quite important when it comes to you achieving things and you doing things, because you will be able to get so much out of this wonderful energy, which is going to re-energize you beautifully, and it's going to create a new perspective for you. What is going to happen on the 2nd of July, my gorgeous Cancerini, is just really important for you to pay attention. It's really important for you to be a rather open-minded, because an important and an integral part of who you are, an integral part of your spiritual journey shall be revealed. And this is quite significant, I'm saying, is because this is your time. This is when you are going to be in your element. As I said, your eyes are going to be open, but most importantly, it's all going to boil down to this important opportunity that is going to secure, that is going to make you feel secure. It's a lot to do with your security. It's a lot to do with your power. It's a lot to do with your personal safety, and it's an important moment in time because the 2nd of July, it's also going to bring you such a beautiful moment in time when it comes to the actual reward, when it comes to the reward from the actual, from the things that you have been doing, the things that you have been creating, the things that you have been focusing, or the things where you have been kind of like directing your energy towards over the last 24 months. This is going to be quite important moment that you are going to have. The 3rd of July is going to be just as important because you're still going to be part of this energy. You're just still going to be part of this dimension, which is just really going to, as I said, open your eyes, but it's also on another hand going to awaken you. You're going to feel awakened in so many different ways, and you're going to have lots of questions like, why don't I do this? Why don't I do that? Why didn't I do this? But this is important because this is all coming directly from the actual projection of your own energy, which is just in return going to bring you a focus and a perspective, and that in itself is going to be quite important moment indeed. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Cancerini, Cancerini, and it's for July 2020. So it's for you, my gorgeous Cancerini, and it's for July 2020. And as I said, in numerology, to cover the whole month is the actual 88. It is an important number. It means that you are going to start getting things together, the things that have been slowing you down and perhaps confusing your personal spiritual journey. It's all going to make sense. And it's also number 88. It's all about the actual, about the invitation, opportunity, at which you are going to be aware that it's very soon going to arise. And this is so important when it comes to your advancement, It's something that you're going to find rather attractive indeed, but also and important to say that it's going to be connected to the certain request that it's going to make you feel a little bit challenged, a little bit challenging moment in time. But then again, at the same time, you just have to keep going and go for it, because it's going to be connected to the certain learning experience or a learning process that you're going to have to, or you're going to need to brush up on before you take things further. It is to do with the actual, also number 88 is to do with the actual concentration and application, to do with the study, but most importantly, it's to do with an important reflection, an important personal reflection. It's going to take place. Also, what I was going to say, the number 88 in numerology means that a very, very important news you're going to have this month, my gorgeous Cancerini. And this news is so important because it's just so much so to do with the actual success and the certain material attainment. But then again, you're going to find yourself on a rather advanced level and an advanced stage. And that's very important because it's very much so going to reflect on your health, on your well-being in the best possible way. But then again, on another hand, it's all about victorious moment in time. It is a victorious moment in time that you are going to have, that you're going to benefit from, because most certainly the certain difficulties is going to come to an end, and it's about to bring you a beautiful stability, an important stability. It's also quite a significant moment in time to actually say that, it's the certain wish, something that you have been really longing for, something that you have been planning, something that you wanted to do, and it's just kind of created a certain energy around you in such a way, like maybe that you were a little bit sad or a little bit negative because you couldn't do this. And this, I'm going back now to the last 9 weeks. Within the last 9 weeks, this was quite evident and it was quite important. So now this is going to have a quite nice spiritual flip-flop moment, and you're gonna like it, my gorgeous Cancerini, indeed, because this moment in time over the last 9 weeks created uncertainty, and through this uncertainty there was a lot of negativity that was preventing you to move on and that was preventing you to be yourself. And that in itself is going to boil down to one particular moment when it comes to the actual resolution of a problem. Resolution of a problem, my gorgeous Cancerini, 88. This is important because it's to do with the conclusion, which is on another hand going to bring you solace. It's another hand going to bring you healing, because it's going to be a rather satisfactory result. And this is something that is going to be quite important indeed. It's about a compromise, my gorgeous Cancerini, but most certainly it's all about the inspiration that you are going to have at the same time, because that inspiration shall be guiding you throughout July, and it's also going to inspire you in so many different ways. There are going to be a couple of ideas that you are going to have that you're going to feel so completely like, oh my God, connected to, that you're going to feel like you really want to go for it, and you're going to surprise yourself at the same time. How come that you feel like this? But then this is going to be really good and rather interesting to go for, because on one hand it's the part of your process, but on another hand this is all an important stage of your progress in your life. Okay. And also number 88 means, the things are about to come together. The things are about to start unfolding and start happening when it comes to like a work, when it comes to career, when it comes to finances and the things like that, because it's all about staying committed to the task at hand, and you're gonna go far, my gorgeous Cancerini, indeed. Just remember to stay committed to the task at hand, and financially this is going to be an important month, because you will know that the safety, the certain safety is going to be there, and that in itself it's also going to start making things quicker. It's going to almost immediately bring a swift change, and that is going to be quite interesting time, because as soon as that starts happening, there is also going to be quite important message of a confirmation that you are going to have at the same time, my gorgeous Cancerini, indeed. When it comes to your health, now this is an important moment in time just to make sure that you understand that you should be taking something still to boost your immune system, like organic acerola cherry powder. Very important to take it in the morning with a glass of water, then drink it, and in the evening also every single day. And organic acerola cherry powder is going to boost your immune system by increasing vitamin C levels, so this is really important. On another hand, what else I was going to say, something like a chlorella. Organic chlorella would also be something that I would highly advise you to get. And organic chlorella is rather important for a few different reasons. It's extremely nutritional, very important, to boost your energy, to make you feel so much better. And also, on another hand, it's quite important when it comes to your concentration levels, and also it's very important when it comes to your pineal gland. Pineal gland is like basically your third psychic eye, and it's it's a very sensitive part of our body, and it's quite important to take care of it by taking a necessary ingredients for this, necessary nutrition, which would be like organic chlorella, and that is going to help you to boost your immune system as well. But it's also on another hand going to help you with energy levels, and it's going to help you to feed your pineal gland with the right ingredients, and that in itself, it's just going to open you up even more spiritually, and that on another hand is going to help you to understand things around you that you don't maybe understand, or it's just going to help you to go on the whole different level when it comes to your spirituality. And this is what the pineal gland is, a very important indeed. So organic chlorella would be something that I would highly suggest, and also most certainly the calcium, something for your bones, and magnesium, quite important, and natural vitamin D. Natural vitamin D is also going to be just as important to boost your immune system and for your bones. And sorry, I know I'm saying a lot, and it's to do with taking a natural zinc as well. This is all a beautiful and powerful combination to boost your immune system, to give you energy, to make you feel better, and also when it comes to the actual pineal gland, to feed your pineal gland with the right ingredients. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now I'm just going to say, so the 2nd and the 3rd of July, it's about the Wheel of Fortune moment that you're going to have, and you just really need to pay attention to what you feel like, what you want to do, because there are lots of little telltale signs and lots of little signs that you're going to have that are going to really become the part of your dimension, the part of your reality, which is just going to make you feel like you're drawn towards it. So it's important to inspect everything on the 2nd and the 3rd of July, indeed, because this is all about your quite significant Wheel of Fortune moment that you're going to have, and most certainly it's to do with you, with who you are, and also it's to do with your own unfoldment, and it's it's going to be quite beneficial when it comes to your personal progress. The second important date, my gorgeous Cancerini, it's going to be on the 14th of July. The 14th of July is just like, oh gosh, you're gonna feel like a little bit, maybe like touchy, feely. You're gonna feel maybe like a little bit of touchy, feely. It's gonna be the moment when you know it's something. It's gonna just kind of brew a little bit, and it's not out of the blue. It's just an overburden feeling that you're going to have, but it's all the reflection of the excessive pressures that you have felt, because of the problems that have taken over. So now actually this is going to end up quite good, because you are going to have an important indication that your problems, these particular problems, are soon going to be resolved. And that is going to be important, because almost immediately it's going to refresh you, almost immediately it's going to re-energize you, almost immediately it's going to give you an idea to think about, an idea that it's going to be absolutely superb, very powerful in many different ways, my gorgeous Cancerinis, because it's going to come from the deep within. It's going to come from the right moment in time, where you are going to have a perfect combination of material and spiritual prosperity indeed. So you're going to be very, very powerful, but also on another hand, it's about the focus. You see, it's about the focus that you're going to have. You're going to have a very clear and sharp focus, and that in itself is going to help you so much alongside your own spiritual journey. Do you see? It means release. And now this is also going to make you realize, that, something you need to move on from, something that you're doing maybe you shouldn't be doing. It's not making you feel good anymore, because slowly it just kind of became sometimes things come to an end. So it's the realization that a certain part of your life slowly came to an end, and as soon as you realize that you just need to move on from this and go on the new things, something else important is going to come up for you. So this is all part of your own personal and expansion, your own personal progress indeed. Okay, the third important date, my gorgeous Cancerini, is going to be on the 30th of July, 30th of July is going to be like, ooh la la, it's about the actual, you're just going to feel like you're going to be full of beans, like you're going to want to clear away the old to make a space for the new. But this is really important, because it's the energy of the new moon energy, very similar to that energy when we just go along with this flow, and we are just kind of focusing on things around us and thinking what we can change or what we can do in order to refresh the energy. It's rather and ever so important to actually keep on doing these things, because on one hand it's just going to increase your power, but then on another hand it's just going to also bring you a promise, because it's all about the change of energy that is just going to reflect on you in the best possible way, and it's going to re-energize you. You see, it's the 30th of July. It's an important time. If you could maybe meditate a little bit, or ground yourself a little bit, if you can visit the nature, it would be absolutely remarkable, because you're going to find this quite beneficial, because it's going to be very impactful when it comes to your own energy. It's going to make you feel so much better. It's going to make you feel so good, and it's going to help you with the grounding and to get rid of any negative energy at the same time. Also, what I was going to say is just it's a great time when you meditate or ground yourself, when you cleanse yourself. You cleanse yourself in many different ways when you're doing this. You cleanse yourself from the certain spiritual knots that you might have, and by doing this you cleanse yourself, and then later on it's going to come to you some kind of important realization through all these channels that you refresh at the same time while you're doing so. You see, the 30th of July, it's the time to release. You see, it's time to connect, and it's the time to release, because it's all about your own transformation, and this in itself is going to make you feel really powerful, because what is going to happen, it is going to be the news that you are going to hear about your personal accomplishment. And this is so good, because it's all about this safety that you were waiting for, but also at the same time you will want to explore something. You will have the feeling like you want to explore things, and this is nothing unusual, this feeling, because it is just going to be so positive when it comes to you. It's going to, on one hand, really kind of make you really creative, but then on another hand, it's going to give you the bravery in order to deal with something very annoying, and in order to deal with some kind of problem and issue that is making you rather uncomfortable, and you will deal with it, and you're gonna feel like, ooh la la, you're gonna feel really good because you're gonna do so well. So this is really important to mention here indeed. On another hand, what I was going to say is just like it would be quite important. I know I suggested this before. Dry sage stick, it's absolutely super important for you when it comes to the actual July and August. And if you didn't get one of these, then you really should. It's going to help you to cleanse your environment. You know, you close all the windows, you just light this a little bit, have a little sauce underneath, and then you go into every single room in the house, and you will see it's going to smoke it, obviously. And then you can say a little chant, you can say a little prayer, whatever you feel like it. If you don't feel like, then you don't say it. It's not your call. So you just do it how you feel like it, what your spirit within you is telling you, and where it's directing you, and what is directing you to do. At the same time, you know, at the end, you just open the windows, and as the smoke goes away, then the negative energy goes away at the same time. So this is going to help you to refresh yourself, but also to cleanse yourself from the negative energy, and to cleanse yourself and your environment at the same time. If you would like to buy this rather huge sage stick, the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. So this is something I highly suggest. Okay, so now basically the very first part of July, it's going to bring you like a really great feeling, really great refreshing energy, and it's also going to make you feel like you want to reconnect with a certain people in your life. When you feel like it, if you feel like it, then you should most certainly go for it, because there is someone who you haven't seen as much as you would want to see. For example, an important person in your life. It's also at the same time going to have a quite significant message for you here, and it's also going to help you with your own personal synchronicity, because something is going to be revealed to you at the same time. On another hand, very great moment in time when it comes to your joy, when it comes to your family. You will receive the blessings. This is how it's going to feel, literally, and it's going to make you feel so much better. It's going to make you feel really good, and that in itself is connected to some kind of delays and the lack of motivation, which is just going to have such a nice turnaround, and it's going to inspire you, and it's going to show you some kind of potential as well that is going to be quite significant at around the end of the month. So the first part of the month is going to be pretty much so connected to the end of the month, quite a lot actually. The second part of July, it's all about the actual teamwork. You know, a group of people will really need your input, you know, and it will be important for you to be the one who is going to bring an input. So this could be like at home, like maybe some kind of confusion, like within the family members. This could be like within the group of people, like a friend. So it could be like maybe at work, you know, it depends, you know. But whatever problem comes around that you can put your input in, please try to do so, because this is going to be quite beneficial for you, and it's going to it's going to be quite beneficial for you and for the group of people as well, because you are going to have this quite enlightening energy, very wise, very significant, very important, and very powerful indeed. On another hand, it's just a very important moment in between two people. It's going to happen mid-July 2020. Very important moment. If you have got a person in your life, there is something really beautiful going to happen, and you will want to almost like celebrate, but it's more like taking the situation in a whole next level and making an absolutely mind-blowing decision. So for those of you who are in relationship, you are going to make a mind-blowing decision at around the mid-July 2020. And that in itself is going to be really, really important. And for those of you that are single, you can expect that in mid-July, something is going to start happening within you. In the mid-July, something is going to start changing in the best possible way. And you are going to have a certain ideas, and the ideas that you're going to have are going to be absolutely super relevant when it comes to someone quite significant walking in your life very, very soon. So this is quite pretty much so connected very strongly to your emotions. And also when it comes to the mid-July, it is just about you will know this will be very personal to you, my gorgeous Cancerini, very personal. Okay, because the chaos and confusion that you've had, and the chaos, that confusion that you felt within the last 11 weeks, and that in itself is just going to be so important. Again, you see, it's going to be gone away. The chaos release, it's gonna go. The chaos and confusion, how many times this came up, this oracle card release, and it's an important card for so many different ways, but in particular when it comes to you, it's to do with the good health coming up, re-energizing, but at the same time it's about the releasing the negative energy, because the negative stage and path, slowly it's going to come to an end. So the chaos and confusion that you had, you see, now it's going to be time for action. The mid-July, it's all about the confusion that you had recently, which is very personal to you, that is slowly coming to an end, and it's becoming quite important time when it comes to the actual victory and the mental clarity. So something is going to be absolutely revealed to you through this situation, and it's also going to create a little gateway. And I really like it quite a lot, because by the time we get to the last part of July 2020, this is all what you're gonna be focusing on, my gorgeous Cancerini. So new door, it's about to be open, and I'm so happy for you, because you're gonna like it. You will be able to show yourself, you will be able to to impress people who you wanted to impress, but also at the same time you're going to be able to prove an important point. But that's not all, my gorgeous Cancerini. It's about the fact that the new door are going to become super evident. This is a gateway into the new world, my gorgeous Cancerini, and this is going to become quite evident at the end of July 2020, because for once it's going to make you feel so good. You're going to be like, ooh la la. But then again, it's all about the vision. You're going to have a really strange moment at the end of July, and it's going to be bizarre, it's going to be strange, different and unusual, and you're going to feel like a part of a different dimension. This is what this vibration is going to cause. But then again, that in itself, it's going to make you think, and it's going to make you pay attention to the certain parts of your life, certain stage that you normally wouldn't, and you maybe didn't think is as important. And that in itself is going to help you realize an important vision. I said this before, my gorgeous Cancerini, when you are having visions, when you are kind of like really connecting a lot through the dreaming world, when you're dreaming, then you have all sorts of informations and messages. When you benefit from this type of meditations and grounding so much, Labradorite is absolutely wonderful, because at the same time helps you to connect even better. But also on another hand, it's like so important to capture those important moments and to kind of single them out, in particular when it's like a lot happening around us. Labradorite is absolutely remarkable. It's a must for you, my gorgeous Cancerini, to have in July and August as well. If you would like to buy this Labradorite crystal, the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. But it's all about the vision and you're also going to feel like, oh, maybe it's not going to happen or something like that. A little tiny little doubt, but then at the same time, almost immediately, you're going to have a sign. It's you've got more than you possibly need in order to move on. You've got more than you possibly need to actually go for it and do this. And you will realize this, and you're going to have such a beautiful, overwhelming emotion at the same time, And it's just because it's a lot to do with the time when you didn't know what to do, and with the time of your life that was making you maybe a little bit uncomfortable or even unhappy, you know. So this is going to kind of answer a lot of lots of questions to you as well, and at the same time it's going to bring those repressed emotions that you had before, which are going to now become overwhelming emotion in the best possible way, and it's going to become the greatest moment in time when it comes to your own personal awakening. It's beautiful, 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 and also it's connected to the brand new beginning and option and opportunity and the end of July that you are going to have. Absolutely wonderful indeed. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to connect to those of you that are in relationship. Now, this is an important month for those of you in relationship. I already said, you know, it is the very good news and important news that you're going to have. That news is going to be significant for both of you because it's to do with an accomplishment. It's to do with like some kind of waiting stage, some kind of waiting period at the same time, you know. And it's also important to stay committed to the task at hand, because you're going to have a moment as a couple where you're going to feel like, or we're going to think like, oh, maybe we shouldn't do this, or maybe, oh, come on, shall we stop? No, baby, no. You just keep going, because this is what's going to happen. It's going to be all about the accomplishment, but before you hear about it, you're going to have a moment like, oh, I don't know if we are doing the right thing. You are most certainly having you're going to have a really good news, but then again, also at the same time, it's all about the actual an important moment in time that you're going to have, and the decision that you're going to have as a couple, my gorgeous Cancerini, you see, because also the certain maybe a little bit of misunderstanding that you had in the past. So now this is going to come up, and it's going to be really important solution to the misunderstanding that you had. And this is very important because it's going to help to both of you to actually move on and to also make an important decision. So Cancerini, my gorgeous Cancerini, as the couples, you are both gonna, Three of Cups, of course, you're gonna make an important decision, and you're gonna feel so good, you're gonna feel amazing. And also on another hand, it is just going to be the moment in time that is going to bring you even closer together. Very important when it comes to the couples and emotions as well. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to connect to those of you that are single and ready to mingle. My gorgeous Cancerini. Oh, Nine of Swords, you see. So it's basically going to be the realization, my gorgeous Cancerini, that you're going to have, you know, someone is going to come across, or someone maybe came across already, but it's not going to be the right person for you. I'm sorry. Or maybe it could have been somebody who you had a kissy with, or like maybe, I don't know, maybe you had something with this person, but the bottom line is it's not the right person for you. So as soon as you realize this, the quicker you are going to be able to let yourself go. And that is so important, because you see, you've got a bit of a yin-yang moment. So first of all, it's going to be realization that a certain person is not the right person for you, but that is also at the same time going to be an important part of your spiritual progress and process, because it's almost immediately, like not that long after that, you're actually going to hear about a certain accomplishment, my gorgeous Cancerini. When you hear about the certain accomplishment, you're gonna feel happy, you're gonna feel excited, because it's to do with your own success. That is going to enhance your social relationships, and that in itself is going to be very important, because also at the same time it's going to bring you, and it's going to make you to be the part of the certain group, or it's going to make you be the part of the certain situation that you wouldn't normally be. So that in itself is going to be important, because someone very soon it's about to walk into your life. But who is going to Page of Coins? Of course, that's someone very important, very significant, and very powerful. It's about to walk into your life, my gorgeous Cancerini, but it's not going to be in July. But what is actually going to happen, that through the relationships that you are enjoying, through the people that are the right people in your life, whom you're going to have some kind of reconnection with, it could even be reconnection over the phone or physically, it doesn't matter. This person or these people are going to be completely relevant when it comes to you meeting somebody somebody else who is about to walk into your life very, very soon, and it's not even going to be that long, you know. You're going to like that person who is going to walk into your life. It's going to be a very challenging moment in time indeed, but also it is just all to do with your own spirituality and finding out something quite interesting about yourself once you meet this particular person. It's very important to say also that it's not going to happen in July, but most certainly what you're gonna hear, what you're gonna come across, what you're gonna realize through somebody very important in your life, like your friend or a family member, somebody who means to you so much, it is going to direct you or redirect you a little bit. And that redirection is going to be so important because it's almost immediately going to put you on a path with this person who is about to walk into your life, my gorgeous Cancerini. Okay, my gorgeous Cancerini, I forgot to say thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Oh, I forgot to say happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. I love you all, my gorgeous Cancerinis. I'm sending you brightest blessings, peace, healing, love, and light to every single one of you. Okay, my gorgeous Cancerini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.